Taking a look now at example 2 for the modulus function, which is solving modulus equations graphically, this time in terms of quadratics and cubics. And like we can see here, we've got the modulus of x squared minus 4 equals 3, and we're looking to solve this for x. And again, the first thing we want to start with here, and let's just change our pen colour to represent this, is we want to be able to sketch both of these equations. So y equals 3 here is our red line here, which is simply just y equals 3, nice and straightforward. However, this y equals the modulus of x squared minus 4 is a little bit more complicated to sketch. Now again, just to remind you, if you're not too sure how to sketch an equation of this type, what we do here is we would sketch just regularly x squared minus 4. So if we sketch x squared minus 4, like we can see here, once we get underneath the x-axis, we have this part here in black pen. Now here, the negative part is reflected above the x-axis. So in that case, anything below gets reflected above here in the x-axis. And that represents this blue part here. So that's our sketch there of y equals the modulus of x squared minus 4. So the first thing to always do is sketch both of your equations. And now that we've got our sketch here, we can simply go on to solve x squared, or the modulus of x squared minus 4, equals 3. And again here, what we do is we consider this in two situations. If we consider the positive here of x squared minus 4, then 1 here gives us x squared minus 4 is equal to 3. And then in scenario 2 here, what we have is the minus of this. So we take the minus of x squared minus 4. Okay, and this is still equal to 3. And in this case now, what we need to do is go on to solve 1 and 2 individually here. So first, if we solve for 1, or solve for x here for this one scenario, so solving for x here, on number 1, well, this is simply just a nice quadratic equation here. Add 4 to both sides. We obtain x squared is equal to 7. And then we just take the square root of both sides. So therefore, x is simply equal to the plus or minus the square root of 7 here. So remember, we have the positive solution and the negative solution here. So x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 7. So that gives us two solutions. And we can also just double check here with our two curves. In this case, as we have 4 intersections between both of these equations, that means we should obtain 4 solutions here. And again, repeating this now for number 2 here, again solving for x. So solving number 2 for x. What we've got here is minus x squared plus 4 is equal to 3. So here now, I'm going to make this x squared positive by adding it to both sides, and then taking this 3 across to this side. So therefore, what I obtain is x squared is equal to 1. And then in that case, square root in both sides of this equation here, x is equal to plus or minus 1. And again, that gives us our next two solutions here. So in that case, we've obtained our 4 solutions here. X is equal to positive root 7 and minus root 7. And we've also obtained minus 1 and positive 1 here for our solutions. And therefore, again, just double check this with our sketch here. And in this case, as we can see, this is symmetric about the y-axis here. What we would expect is, again, plus or minus for our solutions. So plus root 7 and minus root 7, and plus 1 and minus 1 for our solutions there. And again, we can, like we said, we can see that clearly in our sketch there. So that gives us the solution there to example 2.